A local businessman and developer makes his first appearance in federal court. He faces upwards of 280 years in prison for alleged fraud.
Chris Peterson entered a not guilty plea in court today, just the beginning of what could be a lengthy federal trial. Good evening, I'm Eric Franke.
And I'm Sarah Carlson. We first told you last night at 6 about the federal fraud charges Peterson faces. Today, he's officially charged with 12 counts. And News 3's Marc Lovicott was the only reporter in the courtroom.
Eric and Sarah, federal court presents a challenge for us in the TV news media, as cameras aren't even allowed on the property there. But we personally were inside the courtroom as the businessman, the youth sports coach, the dad, answered to serious charges that could send him to prison for the rest of his life. Hi, Mark. How you doing, Chris? You'd never know it by his tone or demeanor, but this man, Chris Peterson, has federal felony charges against him. Peterson is the former owner of the Pancake Cafe, the Fitchburg Country Inn and Suites, and the now closed Good Times restaurant, the site of a failed reality TV show. According to a federal indictment, Peterson obtained loans meant for business improvements, but instead used the money to gamble at Vegas casinos. In one instance, Peterson allegedly borrowed $1 million from Park Bank to upgrade the hotel swimming pool, but the feds say Peterson had no plans for such work and instead gambled it away or paid off gambling debt.
But he started doing cash calls that didn't make any sense to the balance of our partners.
Peterson's former business partner tells News 3 he got the FBI involved when millions of dollars started disappearing, specifically from a business venture account involving property development where the Fitchburg Super Target now sits. The indictment alleges the money Peterson took went to gambling. Can I get a quick comment from you about any of the charges you face, Chris, at all? Or?
Yeah, not today. Okay. We're happy possibly to talk later at some other time, Mark.
Peterson and his attorney offered no other comment on Tuesday morning. For now, Peterson's attorney says he'll plead not guilty and they'll start pouring through the evidence. And he was released today on conditions that are confidential, but we do know one of them prevents him from leaving Wisconsin, with the exception of travel to the Chicago area where he grew up. If convicted of all 12 counts, Peterson faces more than 280 years in prison and $9 million in fines.
Wow. All right, thank you, Mark.
Sure.